Today I'm doing my review on All American Season 3 Episode 15, After Hours.
Everything comes from the darkness.
Before we get into the review, make sure you click that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed, and like the video so more people can see it. Now, the After Hours episode was a good one. I like how they split each group up, and then they go to one group, go to the next one, go to the next one. They kept jumping back and forth. So what we gonna do for this review, we gonna break down each of these relationships and each of these groups that they split up. Since they broke it down, we're gonna break it down. Alright, the first people that we gonna discuss gotta be Liv, Layla, and Carrie. Right now, Carrie, she crazy. Not crazy as going to the mental health thing crazy, but crazy as just the way she acts. She's got a crazy vibe, you know what I mean? And she say what she thinking. One of those people that say everything they thinking, so that could be irritating at times. But she wasn't wrong about their relationship. Their relationship is very dysfunctional. I'm talking about Layla and Liv. Their relationship is dysfunctional. It been like that since season 1, really. And the way they could get past that is by sitting down and talking. I like that they got back together. So Liv got the right idea, and it was funny seeing her cook, and she was all excited because she like, yo, I'm about to, my best friend. You know, I'm like, women off the chain. She doing it like they in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, that's her best friend. So I guess, you know, but she cooked and everything, and they spent time together, but they never had the conversation. Now, the next episode, go check out my preview if you haven't, and you will see on the next episode, I think, they might have that conversation because it's going to be Liv, Layla, and Spencer all in one place. But they didn't have a conversation about everything that happened. And they had an opportunity because Carrie brought it up. She like, yo, you did this and this and this and this. What's up with that? Basically, you know, and they could have had that conversation then, but they didn't. And Layla ended up getting frustrated, I guess, at the end, or she just wanted to leave. And you can see it's almost like a relationship, how she left, how Liv was acting when she was leaving, like, come on, don't leave, you know. I don't know, you know. And Layla left because maybe she was wanting that conversation. Maybe she was looking forward to that night on her end, like, me and Liv gonna be alone. We'll be able to have the conversation to really break the ice. Because remember, Layla came to Liv first. Because Liv was going through problems, having problems. And Layla like, yo, this my friend. She need me still, even though we going through all this. Remember, she came and did the podcast. Remember, so Layla reached out first. Now, Liv doing the same thing. They trying to come back together. And it won't never be all the way right until they had that conversation. And they gotta get it all the way right soon, or it's gonna be over. They gonna go off to college, and it's gonna be very hard for them to get it all the way right. Because right now they in high school, they gotta be, you know, together, right? Now, adding in the Carrie element, one, Liv like, yo, you taking my best friend from me. Straight up, she like, yo, this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? She looking at them, they all talking about how well they get each other. She like, come on, man, this is my best friend. Why are you here anyway? And Carrie was kind of in a lose situation, because we all done been in a situation where you want to have a one-on-one with somebody, right? No matter who the other person is, you want to have a one-on-one with somebody, and it's somebody else there. You like, this could just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I could have the conversation I want. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to just be like, hey, I need you to get out, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So Carrie was kind of in a lose-lose, and she recognized that, and she left, right? And from her and Liv interaction, you know, Liv, she gonna do her detective thing regardless. Liv is the detective of the show. You know what I'm saying? She done turned the show to Law and Order or something. You know what I'm saying? Because Liv always on her detective stuff. Basically, you know, she detective with her mom. She detective with the female that died. She detective with Layla. You know what I'm saying? She be on it. You know, and she just one of those people that care about everybody and want to help people. And she get involved in a lot of things because of that. You know, and we seen she like, yo, Carrie ain't right. You know, and the crazy thing is, she right. Like, Carrie was right about her and Layla relationship, Liv and Layla relationship, and Liv right about Carrie. Something wrong with her. Like, she a little off. You know what I mean? Like, she's super vocal, just met people like, it's just like, something a little off about it. And I said that in my previous reviews. Like, I think something a little, like, wrong with Carrie. Because we don't know Carrie. She lead a mental health system. I mean, she lead a mental health facility. And she go stay with a girl she met at the facility. Ain't nobody else. You know what I mean? So, and then it was one episode somebody called her and you could tell she was annoying somebody. She annoying something. So, something is definitely going on with Carrie. You know, but we gonna get more Liv and Layla because they got them in that relationship before the end of this season. And we probably gonna get Liv and Spence some more moments with them. Now the big thing is all them together. That's gonna be that's the little, you know, thing they gotta figure out with all them together, how they relationships gonna be when they all together, because that's gonna be kind of wild, especially that first time. Now that's Liv, that's Layla, that's Carrie. Now the next two we gonna talk about similar situations is the dudes. All the dudes, right? So if you ever wondering what dudes do when we alone with other dudes, masculine dudes, when we alone, it's a competition. You know, if you're old enough to drink, you gonna drink, then have a competition. If you're too young to drink, you just gonna have a competition. And that's what the dudes did. The young dudes was doing it with the pool. The old dudes, Billy, Principal Carter, they start lifting weights. They, you know, playing the piano, singing. You know, it's competitive. We gonna figure out some way to be competitive. If there's nothing around, hey, how many push-ups you can do? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna figure out something. You know, let's arm wrestle. Something, you know what I mean? So, that's what they was doing. Now, I like that Principal Carter and Billy, they really developed a relationship in this moment, because they drinking, which they was doing it. I thought Principal Carter wasn't gonna do it because they was still on the campus of the high school, but you know, he like, all right, let's have a drink. You know, so they start drinking and they really built a relationship, and it really came off of Billy's mom. Because what Billy didn't know is Principal Carter and his mom was close. She helped him out a lot. And that's where Billy like, dang, man, I'm really asshole for hitting him. You want to hit me back? You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, you want to hit me back? And Principal Carter hit him back at the end, so now they good. They gonna be good. They gonna have a relationship, and it's gonna really shock people when other people come around and they cool with each other. They like, yo, when? Watch. Grace gonna be like, yo, when y'all get so cool? You know, like, Spencer gonna say the same thing, but that's how it go. Like, it can happen just like that, especially with dudes. We could be enemies and then finally sit down after a long time and talk and have a couple of drinks, and now we good. The other thing that helped them mend that relationship was the girls, right? Buddy was about to hit her with a poem off the jump. I said, oh my God. Principal Carter was gonna literally hit her with a poem, which is cool, but Grace would have probably looked at that like, what? You know, like, he was wilding. And Billy helped them out with that. Like, come on, dog, my text game is on point. And what's crazy, all the girls said the same thing about Billy, and he was the one texting Grace. But he texts her, and it worked out. So that's another thing that they got, like a bond they got, because, you know, Billy helped them get the girl he wanted. And it sparked something in Billy, like, yo, you got to take a try. You see, when they was leaving, you know who he texted? He hit up Laura, like, yo, sweetheart, I've been missing you, type stuff. And they got back together. So, which, when I heard Laura downstairs, I just figured Billy there, you know. And it's probably so much they missing to get, like Billy and Laura missing having him around the house, Billy missing the house. You know what I'm saying? Because for the dudes, it really be difficult when dudes like break up with a wife. The wife usually get the house. The dudes typically be staying in, like, it's dudes that broke up be staying in like motels and hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. You ain't used to stuff being where it's supposed to be. You know, it's just easier when people together than when they break up. So they getting back together. But all these things is how Principal Carter and Billy relationship got real strong through this episode. And it's gonna continue to grow off of this, because one the coach, one the principal, they gonna continue. Now they might have a few because of that business relationship, but personal, they gonna be good. The other guys, you had the guy, I hope I'm saying his name right, because he wasn't like a big character, but I think his name Roscoe, the yellow dude with the ponytail. You got Jordan, you got Asher, and then you got Spence. Right now, Jordan and Asher, they good, but Spence and Roscoe, they had to mend their relationship, and they did it over pool. And you see, it took a minute for Spence to really realize, hold on, he think exactly like how I thought when I first came out here to Beverly. And that's what a lot of dudes do that grew up in the inner city. We look at dudes that, cause I grew up in the inner city, we look at dudes that, until we get to know them, dudes that grew up that was very fortunate, not middle class, but very fortunate like they are in Beverly. We look at them like, man, these dudes is some lames, they some kids that just had it all, you know what I mean? Not knowing they could be going through a lot, because money do help, don't get it twisted. No. Money help. If you're a kid and you grew up in a house with money, your parents had money, it helps. But it's other elements that could be worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, your parents can have money, but they can never be there, like Layla's. You know, your parents can have money, but, you know, all type of misconducts could be happening. You never know. You know, and the same misconducts can happen to poor people, but sometimes it don't. Sometimes they have a great loving environment, but they just ain't got money. You see? So, but nevertheless, that's how a lot of dudes coming from the inner city look at the guys that's fortunate, the kids that's fortunate. And once Spence realized, they like, hold on, man, this dude just like me. It was really Jordan. Jordan realized it and told Spence, and then they was able to build a relationship off that. Like, hold on, I'm just like you, man. We ain't no different, you know. And once the dude Roscoe get to know Jordan and see everything Jordan done been through, Asher, everything Asher done been through. Because remember, Asher, I mean, his dad was going broke, so he was out here playing like he had money when he didn't. You know, they had realized, like, man, we all just kids trying to find our way, you know, because one generation could have money, and if you, like, it was a chart I was seeing where they was talking about, they was like last names, families that had money, and then it just decreased and some increased. Like, it happens. One generation, a family can have money. 2 generations, 3 generations from that, they could be poor again if the kids consistently make bad choices. You know what I'm saying? So things could flip-flop easy. But that's their relationship. So we went through Liv, Layla, Carrie. We went through Billy, Principal Carter, and then Spence, Roscoe, Jordan, Asher. And I like that last thing, the trust the person was the thing, because they use Jordan strength against them. He like, yo, Jordan throw a fast ball. Asher like, yo, you right. He coming off a concussion. He like, yo, you right. I'm gonna duck, because he might smack me in my face. And it worked out, So that was dope too. They used the trust angle. And Spence showed that he trusted Roscoe. So, cool. The last group is Laura, Grace, and Denise. So, they go out and have drinks, which is very strange already. A little uncomfortable already. You not know how it's gonna go, because Laura is currently, because this is before she got up with Billy, so she currently separated from her husband, really because of Grace. Even though Grace did something that was way in the past, it's because of Grace. So there's already like a weird dynamic there. And I thought they was gonna talk about it since they older, more mature, but they really didn't get around to it. It almost was like both of them was kind of over it, and that's probably why Laura got back with Billy on this episode, because they both kind of was like, over it, so they didn't even discuss it. So, but Denise, throwing Denise in that is what really was like, yeah, this might be a wild night. When I seen them, I really didn't know where it was gonna go, because you got two people that don't usually drink with Grace and Laura, and then you got Denise, somebody that's always out, that's single, that drink. So this could go bunch of different ways, but they end up trying to find Denise a dude, and she was real picky. You understand? Which, I don't know. At that, it's difficult for me to see somebody be that picky at that stage of their life, from what I just know from the character Denise. I don't think she should have been that picky. She's talking about that dude walk on this, which Buddy did walk funny, the dude that was walking on his toes, but I'm like, dang, she picky as hell. But they go through that process, and what I liked was Grace and Laura end up finding Laura got back with Billy, but Grace answered Principal Carter text, which we knew he was feeling her. The second he came back talking about, I gotta bring some flowers for you, thank you for helping me. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's feeling her. What we didn't know was how she felt about him, and Billy was telling him like, yeah, Grace honest, she gonna tell you how she feel about you, and she answered him back or whatever. Now he just gotta close the deal and be like, hey, let me take you out next time they see each other face to face. And for fellas that's watching this, that's big. Once you get the text message and all that, and you gotta see them face to face to ask them out, or you're gonna see this person face to face, that first encounter is big. For example, let's say you get a girl number over IG, right? When y'all first come encounter with each other, that's big. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on your square. That first impression, that first real impression of her really seeing you. You see what I'm saying? So Principal Carter gonna have to be on his square when they finally see each other, after they didn't text and he know what's up, now she know what's up, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be cool to see that. But Grace got Principal Carter, Laura got back with Billy, so that was dope, man. All in all, this episode was good because we got to see relationships get stronger, and they separated a bunch of different groups, and we got to see all the relationships get stronger for the most part, except for Liv and Layla. It got stronger, but it ended kind of, funny with Layla just like, it's time for me to go, and just walking out, So the next episode should be good because it's Friendsgiving. Everybody getting together now. We seen them broken down in the little pockets. Now everybody gonna get together. We gonna throw Coop back into the situation with her and Spencer. You know, it should get real good, man. But that's my review of episode 15, After Hours. If you're still here, click that subscribe button. And as always, man, y'all be easy, be safe. Peace.